It's Madden NFL 22, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Packers and the football team coming up next.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up with the Green Bay Packers. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. Had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from FedEx Field. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
5 yards on the game's first play, second down. And here's a handoff out of the gun. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter one of the new year. We'll be back. Third play in this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As you know, so many things in the passing game are based on yardage. Sometimes it's just based on timing, and that's what we saw right there on that play. 3rd and 3, just get the ball right to the receiver.
It was the hitch route. Tell us, what is the hitch route?
Yeah, just take really one step, like you're driving off the line of scrimmage, get the defensive back on his heels, get the ball out to the receiver, and he does the rest.
On first down, Hudson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. On second down now, it's Hudson. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. On third down, it's Hudson, and he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. That'll go as a pickup of 8. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down. They'll set up a throw. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 41 yards for him on the ground in this first quarter. He has been tremendous to start the new year. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
First and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. This opening drive has taken him to the 2, but now they come up on a 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Packers are on the board here first in the season opener. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. That one in the books as a 12-play drive, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator said right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. That's going to set him back 5 yards. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here, game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Back to throw here. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 38-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. And now they'll run it here off tackle. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. When you think about the strong safety position, they're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that time great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And the next-gen stats, they tell the story as he was approaching 19 miles an hour on that one. 2nd and 9 now. He finds Smith out of the backfield. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 12 more yards for him there. It's a 1st down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. He'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. There to make the grab. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
The point after is good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Takes it at the 7. And he returns this to the 22. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to take another shot here. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. 78 yards. And the Packers have taken the lead. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They run the counter now on first down. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Second and 11 now. They'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
You see me? You see me? They can't stop me out here.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now from our nation's count, their punter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur. And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Looking to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. And here we go on the next drive for Washington. Back to throw now on 1st down. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Big hits all day.
When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
They'll drop to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all, because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
Washington on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Back to throw. It fights him off, but now he's swallowed up and taken down.
Talking about.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out, because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Washington going to send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm. Throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. He'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And a loose football.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
That's our ball, baby.
So that challenge, a successful one.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And they're going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
The Washington offense set to take over. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. Over the middle to Smith. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now back to throw.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And his kick here is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of it. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that is incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll look to throw here. And that will be incomplete. On now is the Packers punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game. But just let them know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
On play action, they'll throw. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. They're going to look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
Fighting his way through contact. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's
So first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They go play action here on first down. And that's off the mark, incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Washington on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19.
Complete. Smith has it. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point that continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And his kick is indeed good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13.
So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. On 2nd down, it's Hudson, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
On now is the Packers punter as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah,
right?
a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
Clock running as Washington will try and hurry up. Second down and inches. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown.
A great effort there. 52 yards.
And Washington has retaken the lead.
And Charles, the defender, was there. He just didn't get it.
Sometimes these plays turn into basketball in a sense. With 2 guys going up for the football, which guy's going to box the other away from it and grab it?
Yeah, I know you hear it a lot, but it's just the will to get it, right?
Oh, without a doubt. The will, as well as some really nice touch on the ball that was thrown.
And some talent, too. Extra point attempt to follow here. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. On second down now, it's Hudson. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. He'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Back to throw here. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They'll set up a throw. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Washington going to send out their punter
as he's on to kick it away. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Packer offense heading back for one final first half drive as they take over with just 17 seconds left before the break. Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome back to Football Packers. And they were able to have a little bit of success on the ground. The question will be, will they stick with it, or will they be throwing more to try and regain this lead? Meanwhile, for Washington, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead.
Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield, and he's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the third quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he'll give it here to his running back. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And this one is right through. And that will make this a 9-point lead. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. Ron Rivera scowling down on the sideline, and he's thrown out the red challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. And boy, this burgundy and gold defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again.
Well, I would have figured up to the 9-yard run on the previous play. Getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was. And now it's third down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll keep it on the ground. Hudson. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on third and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beefeaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. On now is the Packers punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Washington going to send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Green Bay's offense ready to go again. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 19. That one good for 26 and a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Hudson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a first down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit, and that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Packers have cut it back within a score. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the lead is down to 2. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to small up the ball carrier.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. 75 yards. And Washington going to add on to their lead.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
Point after, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Hudson, and he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline.
And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick, but instead it's 3rd down.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. On first down, it's Hudson, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he won't get much, maybe a couple, down inside the 35 to the 34. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. They'll drop the throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there, keeps the sticks moving.
They'll run on first down. It's Hudson, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sport. Here's 2nd and 8. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll move him back within 6 now.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Washington offense set to take over again. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now the pressure comes and he goes down just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22.
He'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Washington going to send out their punter
as he'll come on to kick this one away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Now a give right side. Hudson. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
103 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They go play action here on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hudson. Not much there, only a yard.
Second and 9.
They're going to look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Hudson. He'll get a couple yards on that one. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Wide open receiver complete.
And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Again, he'll drop to throw. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Back to throw again. And this one hauled in. Again, it's Hooper. And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
That was a huge play on 3rd down. So now what? Do you go for it? Do you trust your offense? Or do you want to put on your defense to try and get the ball back? Me? I'm going for it right here.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They're turned away on 4th and goal.
And Washington is able to come up with a goal line stand.
Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized, you know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you, you know. If people are going to go for it on 4th down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race. But how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now back to throw. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They could put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw here. And he fends him off. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. So free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. Pulled in at the 24.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over.
And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he is going to have a Packers first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. He finds his man, complete. It's Hudson. The clock rolls as the Packers look to hurry things up. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hudson. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Back to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because it didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned.
Steps away to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. They'll look to throw. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Dancing to his left, and he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. For the lead, here's 3rd and goal. He's back to throw. Flushed, and he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience?
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the 6. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Green Bay, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out